Yeah, it was really good for the young guys to get out there, and we got to, share the minutes around a fair bit and put some minutes back into Damo and give the young guys a real good crack. Wani and Poz and Luke, and we'd like to play Taylor a little bit more, but didn't work out that way. But yeah, I thought they did a really good job.
Wani, everyone had a smile on their face watching Wani.
Yeah, he was good. He's been breaking out trying to get that dunk for a while, so it was good to get there. And it's a little bit different practicing the games. So now we get 25 minutes in, 26 minutes into him, so he's going to be better for the gallop out there.
What message did you give them tonight with knowing they were going to get minutes and some were a bit nervous, some were a bit excited?
Yeah, and they were a little bit. There was a lot of turnovers early, and they were trying to rush it instead of letting the game come to them, and that's just experience out there. But it's just to bring the energy. I thought our energy was fabulous. Poz was all over the rebounds. Luke did a great job rebounding the ball. We got a little bit stuck offensively there, and then Taylor came in and took a couple to the basket. So, positive signs from the young guys.
Important for them to get that reward. Like at some point here, they work so hard and don't get a lot.
Right.
To get a game like that, their vision. Here we go. Let's see what you do.
Yeah, it's a thankless really position that you're number 10 or 11 in the roster, or your DP that, you're supporting the frontline players. Nick and Bryce and Tarico, and it's great to see those guys just happy for him to have a great game out there, and the bench get excited when Wayne got a dunk, and that's builds team chemistry that we all want to see each other achieve well.
No club know why second spot regardless of the result. So if they come back and got back to 1 in the last quarter, you had a loss, it would have been nothing to play for, players out. But from a coach's point of view, were you happy to see bounce back and still win the game?
Yeah, well, I think they were 76 at the last time out, so I can't remember what time that was, but they only scored 3 points the rest of the game, then we got 17, so it was a good finish. But it was just solid stuff. It was running through our structure. It was defensively. It was keeping the ball in front of us. Before that, we were all over the shop. We're throwing the ball away. We fumbled the ball out of court, and you can't do that against the better teams. But that's experience.
And with those two players out again, the performance of the guy next to you again, the way that he backed up again. Clint started, I think, 9 points, and first with Jesse again off the bench. There was those guys aren't here. We'll just throw it around. That's still good leadership from those experienced players.
Oh, 100%. And Nick's been outstanding the last month. He's some of the best basketball he's played all season, and that's what we want to keep on, that momentum all the way through. And I said this during the week that other people looking for flashy new players coming in and all the trends, but Nick has been our Rolls Royce. He turns up, he's high quality every day, and produces numbers against. This is the best competition the NBL's been for a long, long time, and he's producing numbers on that calibre consistently. He is our Rolls Royce out there. Yeah, Bryce will be okay. We just more, he's been playing through a lot lately, and it was a chance for us to rest that up and make sure he's cherry ripe for the finals. I'm a bit more concerned about Tarico with the bang on the knee. Nothing structurally, but the bone bruising. So this FIBA break is really good for us to get him into shape and get some minutes into him on the court before the first game. Yeah, no, we'll have a couple of days, same as what we've done in the past. We'll give the guys a good break, and then we'll regroup and get ready to go for Cairns. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just that was Patterson bang knees. It was I was lucky that he finished the game out really against Brisbane. So that's he's tough. We know what he did last year with his wrist, and as soon as the season's over, he's had surgery 2 days after, and he's the league finals MVP. So he can play with injuries, but we want to make sure they're like I said, cherry ripe for the finals.
Health is so crucial. Where do you see your entire Damon obviously coming back again, and the other guys with a few problems?
Yeah, no, we're all good. We're the part of you want momentum going in the finals. The championships that we've won, we've gone through the last weekend, the weekend before. We've just played great basketball. And the times that we struggled, we didn't finish the season off well, and we got put out straight away. So you want that momentum going in, and we've had tough games. We've had, 3 or 4 playoff games, physically and tough, and that's exactly what you want the lead in. I couldn't actually draw it up any better. And
How important is the experience you guys had as a championship team going into the finals series?
Yeah, I think it's very crucial. Obviously, being in the situation last year with the FIBA break, and we know what we have to do this year. We have to get bodies right, we've got to be ready to go, and we've got to be locked on to scout, because when you play the same team over and over, scout's a crucial thing that needs to be perfectly executed. So we have a good chance to look at Cairns and be ready to go in a couple weeks' time.
Do you feel different having played in the championship last year going in with another finals series?
Yeah, just feel more confident in it. I mean, been there before, but to have that championship now, you know the feeling and the reward you get from actually winning it, and it's just a huge driving force, because there's no better feeling than winning that championship. And I mean, anything short of that, I think we'll be a bit disappointed as a group, because we've got what we need to win a championship. It's about going out and executing that now, and giving all we have to make sure that's the case.
You've won more games this year than you did last season. Last year finished off, it's only 3 seconds. Are you a better team this year, do you feel, than last year?
Just a different team. I mean, each and every year there's some different factors that come into it, and I mean, we're a different team to last year, and I'm excited to just see how far this team can go and what we can produce when the big lights come on.
Trevor, we talked about Trevor with his knee. Regardless of the injury, if it comes through, is there concern? I think because he missed Melbourne as well, that he only played 2 games in a month. Is that a concern as well?
Yeah, look, we'll get out in the court and we'll work. But he couldn't play today. If today was the final, he couldn't play, so he couldn't even practice with us. So, yeah, we'll get up to speed. And one thing that with our medical staff has been first class for a number of years, and they know the personnel, and we'll build him up for it.
And just something going into the final series against Cairns, they haven't had the greatest finish for the season over Melbourne today, but we expect over the break regroup and everything starts again. Is that the...
Yeah, look, I can't really talk about much about what they're going to do. We just got to worry about ourselves and make sure that we're playing great basketball. Like you said, we've played 19 wins. I think the only other time that we had more wins is 21 wins in 2014 when we won the championship then. So it's been a great season, and we lost a lot of championship experience, but the guys really bonded together, and just the same as what Nick says, it's exciting to find out where we can actually take this team. Yep. 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 All good? Thanks, guys. Wow.
The kids, Oz,
Yes.
with the shot that didn't count, like...
Was it? Did you look at it?
Yeah, it looked like they got it right.
Well, they got one call right.
But, I mean,
You better not put that on there. I'll get in trouble.
he must be up and down the side, though.
Yeah. Well, it was like, it was. And Nordo's hit the one on the road, and it reminded me of Greg's one out here a couple of years ago. But yeah, well, he doesn't get the chocolates for it, so a lot of celebration. But it was, it was a good one to get.
One more just on
Yep.
Joey, right?
Yep.
500 game
Yep.
today, and rumours saying that it might be his last. As a coach, still a word on him in the fraternity of coaching on it would be disappointing to lose him.
Oh, without a question, he's a great coach. He's been around here for longer than I have, and it's, all these teams have played hard and physical, and you don't get the 500 games in the professional business for anything. Joey's a great coach, and I certainly hope it wasn't his last game. If he does move on, I think there'll be another team somewhere down the track. He might have a year off, and I think he'll get snapped up pretty soon here in Australia or overseas. Okay, thanks, man. Cheers.